Okay.
Welcome back. We're gonna talk about Armored Core again. Oh, wow, so cruel.
What's
Cool.
this? We are.
Well, I'm gonna talk about Armored Core, and you guys are gonna talk about other stuff.
I do like
Um,
other stuff.
I don't know. Oh, I think I know this mission. I think you get ambushed by an enemy AC in this one. But I was gonna talk about the Armored Core games, just specifically their titles. So we have what's I can't believe we've gone this far without really going at it in depth. Well, not at depth, more
Wait,
at
did you
length.
say I can't believe you've done this?
Oh fuck! I can't believe you done this. Stone cold classic.
Oh yeah, we have this. We've been at the stage before,
Yeah.
have we? Oh, nice.
But yeah. So Armored Core is commonly split up or categorized with generations, mostly connected by which numbered entry it is, and that means the first generation is Armored Core, the original Armored Core, Master of Arena, and Armored Core Project Phantasma. Okay, awesome. Then we go to the PS2 era, and we have Generation 2, which is only Armored Core 2 and Armored Core 2 Another Age.
Right.
Yeah, I'm fighting this asshole. And those 5 games make up one continuity.
Wait, does this game have oddball?
No, this
Or
game does not have
9-ball?
9-ball. You're thinking 9-ball.
9-ball island.
Yeah. No, 9-ball isn't in this one. Okay, so this asshole's gonna come fight me. But yeah, those
Wait,
first
do you
5
have four
games constitute one timeline. You don't have to play all of them. There's not really there's continuity, but it's not like one huge overarching narrative to the best of my memory. Someone in the comments will have to correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. We must have our YouTube engagement.
Oh yeah, that's the thing we got to be doing more is being wrong, so people will correct us and increase our engagement.
Yeah. Anyway, so 2 plus 2 is 5. By the way, I don't know though. You'll have to correct me if I'm wrong in the comments.
Yeah. You know, Avatar: Last Airbender sucked ass. Make debate if you have differing opinions. You know, comment in the ratings below.
Yeah. Give us our engagement. Yeah, so those first 5 games, one timeline. Excellent. Then we get Armored Core 3. And now I get to fight this asshole. And Armored Core 3 is the first rebooted timeline, and it's the start to... I gotta scratch my nose. Nose is scratched. That's the beginning of the 3rd generation and a new timeline. It's also the longest generation. Armored Core 3 was followed by Armored Core Silent Line, which was very good, which was followed by Armored Core Nexus, which was the 8th game in the series, and the 5th on the PS2, and the one that recognized the existence of twin analog sticks. And there was much rejoicing. Except the balancing was fucking weird, and if you so much as twitched weird, or at all, actually, your AC would overheat like a motherfucker. That was followed by Ninebreaker, which undeniably exists. It's basically just arena mode, which itself was followed by Armored Core Last Raven, which is great, but also way too difficult for its own good at some points. It's balanced with the expectation that you're porting your save from Nexus or Ninebreaker. And then we go into Armored Core 4, 4th generation, new timeline, first game on the 7th console generation. Armored Core 4 is pretty good, and it's followed by Armored Core 4 Answer, which is a stone cold classic. So good that you can probably get away just skipping Armored Core 4 entirely. Unless you really want to know, unless you want all the plot stuff, in which case, by all means, play Armored Core 4. It's not a bad game, it's just that it's just kind of outclassed by Armored Core 4 Answer. And then we get Armored Core 5, released in 2012, which was the 5th generation. And I think at first it was a new timeline, but I think it's actually was retconned into the timeline of Armored Core 4. I don't remember all the specifics. Also, Armored Core 4 and 4 Answer were directed by Hidetaka Miyazaki. And then he went on to work on this game called Dark Souls or some shit. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
And then Armored Core 5 was followed by Armored Core Verdict Day, And then there was no new Armored Core game for a decade. That shit just skipped the 8th console generation. And Armored Core 6 is most certainly going to be a new timeline, and it's going to be fucking awesome.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, also, all these games were coming out, like, every year between 1997 and 2013.
Yeah, they did the what was it, the Call of Duty.
They did the Call of Duty
Call of
thing,
Duty
but
thing.
probably didn't completely overwork themselves.
And
Probably
did better
because
games.
Armored Core Silent Line, some chuds would call it... Chuds and people who don't know how game development works would call it an asset flip of Armored Core 3. That implies that Fromsoftware has no artistic integrity and doesn't know how to recontextualize their own stuff, which they do, because Fromsoftware are actually good at their jobs.
Though at that time they weren't exactly the most what is it? The
Well, they
most
weren't
well-liked
like the-
company to work at, because apparently they did have a tendency to like not treat their workers well, and there was still the like inherent sexism in the workplace. But
Yeah, they had a bit of
like
crunch.
that's just a very common thing in Japan, sadly. So can't really
And the games
escape it.
industry in general is
It probably
guilty of...
got slightly better, but at this point, nobody really minds that as much as they focus on the video game itself. So
Yeah.
I
The
don't
games
know.
industry
It's
is
a
also...
fun game.
The games industry is also full of crunch in general, which is a nightmare, but...
And in Japan, it's
Yep.
kind of worse
Yeah.
because it's more lauded as a good thing.
Yeah, it
That's
seems
just unhealthy.
it even seems like I've heard employees talk about where like it just seems like crunch is just normalized. Like, oh yeah, when a game comes up, you just got to start squashing the beans.
Yeah. Okay, I gotta defend a convoy. But yeah, you'll have to remember, for most of, pretty much up until like Dark Souls 3 maybe, or Bloodborne, and most especially Elden Ring, for a while FromSoft would kind of firmly fit in the space of like, not like, you know, oh, no one's heard about them, they're so obscure, because Dark Souls sold fucking units. They're more like a double-A studio, for lack of a better phrase, and massively oversimplifying just everything about FromSoft's history. Excuse me. Oh, fuck, someone died. Jesus, I coughed again.
They had a lot more of a cult following prior to the popularization of Dark Souls.
Right.
And then the Souls
And
games
when
come
Dark
out.
Souls came out initially, it didn't really have that big of a following. It wasn't until later on that people really started to jump on it.
And then Elden Ring came out and sold 20 million copies.
Of course.
Exactly. Like, I find it kind of weird because I think speedrunning really helped Dark Souls as a series.
I mean, I suppose it was like because this is just when people saw the legitimacy of sort of like challenging parts of video games, like, you know, this when esports rose up and stuff like that.
Yeah. Damn it, these guys keep dying. That's my paycheck.
Give them back.
I'd also say that streamers played a big part in getting Dark Souls more popular.
Yep.
Yeah. Especially people who do like all the weird challenge runs. Like, can I play this game? Can I beat Dark Souls naked but with a knife? Yes.
Or you need floppy souls plus randomizer enemy and item randomizer, just something like that.
Yeah.
There's like a couple very big names in just Dark Souls in general that have more or less solidified the foundation of people liking Dark Souls, at least speedrunning wise. And not to mention there is Challenger Andy, so he's someone that a lot of people that like the series do enjoy as well. So it's a thing. People
Right.
like the video game. And I think that's pretty cool.
Having played Elden Ring to hell and back, I recently decided to get Dark Souls Remastered, and I was told by both Ark and another friend of ours that, oh yeah, it's got all the jank and all that, and I'm just like,
But that's why we play.
dude, I it's like, yeah, it's like, dude, I've been playing the old Armored Core games, and those games don't even have twin stick controls for like 8 fucking games. Dark Souls having a bit of jank is not an issue. Anyways, I keep getting my ass handed to me in Undead Burg, and I'm like, ah, yes, this is a certified Miyazaki classic.
Though thankfully it doesn't punish you near as hard as DS2. Dark Souls 2 is a very weird game.
I haven't
Mostly
played
just
that one
because
yet.
it was kind of crunched and also just a weird development because it was completely restarted halfway through the production.
Ugh.
So, and was the director or the producer left at some point and they replaced him with a different person?
Probably
Like he
producer, 'cause
retired or
my
something.
my understanding is that Dark Souls 2 wasn't directed by Miyazaki. That was someone else.
Yeah, no, it was a different person. And he
Yeah.
did a good job because the person who the person who did DS2 did the what is it called? Shadow Tower Abyss, or did he do Shadow Tower Abyss or Eternal Ring? I can't remember. I have to look it up now.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Raj has an urgent request.
Ooh, this is fun. Sometimes
I
when you
do
finish
not
a
know
mission-
much about the
I'll
FromSoft
give you another
like
one.
history because I've never been much of a fan of Dark Souls. Well, I mean, and I can't say I don't know. I just never felt too much interest in trying it.
Head to the
That's
assembly
okay.
point you want in.
You
Thank
are
you.
allowed to just, not feel a video game. And anyone who's like, what is the best video game ever? Is like, yeah, there's no one denying its quality. It's like, it's just not your thing.
But I don't want.
Yeah, I don't want to play the video game. I want to play the other video game with the video game.
Central terminal.
Anyways, I
Yeah,
can do
same.
one mission straight into another. This is fun sometimes. Fucking. But yeah, Dark Souls, fun. Being a dead guy running around, and then you reverse your dead guyness, and then you can be invaded. I think that's kind of annoying, but it's whatever.
Yeah.
That you
I
gotta
get you.
unhollow yourself to unlock online play, like co-op or PvP. But that's whatever. I made my peace with it, and who knows? Maybe getting invaded will make me good at Dark Souls PvP. I don't know.
Yeah. I did play Remnants from the Ashes though. That was like I know it's not FromSoft. It is a Souls-like rogue-like FPS THPS.
I am still so sad because for some fucking reason I can't play that game on my PC. It
That's
just
annoying.
doesn't work. It doesn't start. And I've tried numerous times and multiple different fixes. It never worked. I'm still sad about it.
Pain.
Just
I had fun playing it.
pain.
What's the fucker doing?
I'm trying to figure out which person.
I think we're gonna fight another AC in this mission. But I fought the last guy pretty good. The first time I played Armored Core 3, because I was, well, I'd say it was because I was a child, but that was like a year ago. I was still not completely acclimated to the controls. I was fighting them more than anything else, and big skill issues and all that. Now I actually know how to, dodge getting shot to pieces to something of an acceptable degree. And I know how to boost jump and all that, how to maneuver without completely pissing away my energy gauge. It's nice. It's good fun to play video game again when it's like, I know all your tricks, video game. Now I can play you better. Some shit. I don't fucking know. I mean, I
have
do
no
know.
idea what the fuck you're going on about, but yeah, I get you.
Well, what I'm getting on about is that I think the last time I played this game, that guy kicked my ass, and now I just clowned on him.
Yeah, I think all of us have those things we were just really shit at early on. Like it took me a while to get what was it to beat it was the first boss in Sonic 2 the fucking drill. Like I had no idea what I was doing for a while. It was like I would just get in 2 stages and then I would just die to him.
I understand.
Yeah, there's like this little beautiful sort of deal when it comes to like when you're a kid, like and you were still bad at games, like every level of a game was a fucking insurmountable task.
Yeah.
Exactly. God, it felt like everything was pain, and it was just so
Yeah, I was like helping my friend what was it, showing him the going Commando Ratchet and Clank for the first time, and then he gets through like easy ass stage or an easy ass boss. I'm like, see that? That took me a week to beat. It's like, was that hard? No, I don't know why it was so hard. Like, no,
my
this
little
boss is
hand
easy. This
didn't
boss sucks.
coordinate well enough for it.
Yeah.
Ugh, I wanna
The
buy new
child
parts.
inside me was in pain trying to figure out how to do it. And the child I was also in pain.
I understand.
I feel your pain.
So I've been thinking about how to do the Nadiki build that I joked about in the first or like second episode, the first episode or second early recording, like how best to go about it, and I think I figured it out. I don't have the money or access to all the parts to do it yet. Obviously, it's quad legs, which will allow us to use a shoulder-mounted laser cannon, and that'll take the
Like
place
the
of
disc launcher.
of his disc launcher that he had on the set. Yeah, it looks good. Looks good. Some new parts on there. I'm gonna save, and it'll be good to have that at laser cannon, since the arms will have to be like the weapon blade arms, because you can just replace your arms with weapons. They're usually heavier than standard arms, but you know, because they have weapons built into them, you're not carrying any additional weaponry.
Yeah.
What mission do we want to do? MT training exercise. Oh, I think I know this one. I think this is the one where you just get... Yeah, they just shoot you with missiles and you just have to dodge them. And you can't shoot back, which... For that, I'm just going to eject all my parts. And just dodge missiles. And just not get shot. And that'll give us ample time to just shoot the shit. But yeah, you do the quad legs. You do the the laser cannon. You do the fucking blade arms. I'd probably have to tune him for... We'll build it for speed because he, you know, I'd say he's something of a glass cannon, being the spindly little Spider-Man that he is. No relation. Fuck. Ah! I'm getting shot. I promise I'm better than this. Fucker. I should have bought a fucking extension that would intercept the missiles. Maybe I can just...
You're fine.
Oh, no. I know what I should do. Maybe I can get them to shoot each other. That's a valid strategy in Armored Core. Get your enemies to shoot each other.
Do they target each other, or is it just like that where...
It's just they get in the way of each other's fire. Like that.
If it works, it works.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's just that one of these guys shot his friend. I know in this mission you're not allowed to shoot these guys because, like, oh, you're just assisting in a training exercise and all that. So I don't know what would happen if one of these guys blew up their friend. I haven't figured that out yet.
Well, at that point, it's their fault, so...
Yeah, it's like, well, don't blame me, man. I'm not the one who shot their friend.
The death flag was triggered, but not by me.
Oh, motherfucker! Damn it.
Wait, what happened?
I went outside the mission area.
Wait, there's a mission?
Yeah,
That
there's a boundary. I tried to, like, oh, I'm just going to fly really high up, and instead what happens is I had, like... like 15 seconds left on the easiest mission in the game, and I completely fuck it up. The good thing is I don't have to pay for anything.
Right.
I just don't get any money, and I have an E rank and pain. Oh yeah, these guys, Union. They're like, we think the controller sucks. We're not a corporation. Can I go back and do that mission? No. Oh, I can do that mission again. Excellent. Let's do it again. This time I won't fuck up, though. And we can game. I promise.
System engaged.
Alright, I gotta eject all my weapons, though. There we go. Jettison the weight. And now I don't run the risk of shooting these guys and failing the mission. How are you feeling today, my friends?
I'm eating tasty.
All right.
We're eating food.
That's nice.
Well, that's good. I'm gonna make this this mission the last one of our recording session. And it's
Okay.
recording 3 in a row. It seems to be a bit taxing on our abilities to keep being entertaining on the internet.
Do the funny. Nah.
I'm always doing the funny.
Yeah, I'll say.
Yeah, like getting shot. Ugh. I know this core I'm using, the torso piece, has a missile interceptor built into it. I don't know if actually... You know, it's a bit kind of finicky with when it shoots. It doesn't seem to be intercepting all these missiles perfectly? It's hard to say. Maybe I can cut this bit out or something, or speed it up for the funny. I don't know. I think we're spent. I think we've commentated all we can commentate, and I'm desperately just trying to commentate. I got 25 seconds. I gotta be funny.
Okay. What was it? These are...
Make a joke at your own expense.
Dicks.
Yeah, dicks.
Dicks are
That
funny.
is
I feel you.
expensive.
Not that way though. Not that way. Just
What do they do? They dicks.
in the butt.
Obviously. He said thank you. You're welcome. Look at this guy. Is this the guy? He's got the guns. They're triangular. Yeah, let's hurry up and finish this episode. Actually, you know what? Let's just finish the episode at the result screen. It's
Okay.
the result
down.
screen. Yay, we made money. Anyways, thank you for watching, public of
Good
America.
night, everybody.
Good night, friends. We'll see you in like a billion years. Okay, bye.
Bye.
See ya.